Stu, how you doing?
Yeah, good. It's been a long time out of action, but we're back here.
Yeah, I was going to say it's been a few weeks since we last had a video up. Apologies for that. So certain issues have arisen for us not to be able to do the videos as normal. But we're back and we're ready. And as always, we will talk about the topics of the week. And this week is International Week. And as always, on International Week, we always focus on the teams closest to our hearts, that being England and Colombia. Two teams going very different directions at the moment. Obviously, the issue with the Daily Telegraph and Sam Allardyce blew up a couple of weeks ago. Allardyce caught on camera speaking about third-party ownership in the Premier League and how to get around that. I thought it was a bit unfair and, to be honest, a bit naive of Sam Allardyce to actually get caught out in such a way. But it's done now. He's lost his position as England manager. Something he's worked for many years. It's unfortunate for him, but now we have Gareth Southgate in charge. England under-20 manager, promoted to under-21s, and now he's in charge of the senior side. It remains to be seen whether or not he'll stay in that position, and whether or not the FA will actually look for another candidate. But I mean, your views on Allardyce and the whole sting operation, really. Do you think it's fair, or do you think he deserved it? What are your opinions on Gareth Southgate?
Well, right now I think you could say, oh, it's an intrusion into his private life, but there and then people in that position should be open to scrutiny. And the way he got caught, you can argue saying that there's a bit, underhand tactics to catch him out. But I mean, if he's making himself open to these sort of meetings where he gets paid, potentially gets paid £400,000 to advise on these third-party rules, then that clearly represents an abusive position.
I mean, it is really naive of him, in my opinion, because he's been caught out a few years ago. Forgive me for not knowing exact details, but I do remember Allardyce being caught up in a transfer situation. Not just him, a few other managers. He was eventually cleared, but he must know that he was going to be a target for these kind of reports and journalism.
The thing I don't understand is, if you're an England manager, you're probably one of the most highly paid managers in the world, and you're leaving sort of open to these sort of the situations where you're getting paid. Yeah, you're getting paid a lot of money, but I mean, why can't you just concentrate on the job at hand instead of messing about with these meetings? Just concentrate on the job at hand. And the thing is, this only happened you said to me 2 days before the first England training session, so it shows that his mind should be, he's being paid to do a job, focus on the England team and deliver results. He shouldn't really be worrying about getting involved in these situations. But
for someone so experienced as well, you'd think he'd know the case by now. But
one thing that does surprise me on this is that the lack of excitement there was in his appointments. I didn't really see that excitement in the England team at all. I mean, it was kind of dying down, but I think now it's literally hit to rock bottom, especially after the Euros. And
when was the last time you were excited about an England manager? Hodgson didn't receive that same.
Exactly. I mean, but I think even now it was even less than when Hodgson was appointed. And I just think it boils down to the lack of interest there is in the England team at the moment.
Yeah.
And if Southgate was appointed, I'd probably say nil. There'll be nil excitement. He's seen as part of the whole. I know he wasn't really around the first team set up that much in the past, but he's been there or thereabouts in the England coaching system.
Yeah.
And I mean, he kind of might represent the whole the past where England have been really unsuccessful in these major tournaments. So I don't really know what kind of manager they could appoint. I'm sure there's a lot of great England managers. Someone I would be excited about would be Eddie Howe from Bournemouth.
Really?
I would be excited about him.
Why?
He's young, full of ideas. I know you can say Gareth Southgate the same, but I just don't see that coming out of him with ideas. Eddie Howe, he's taken a club that's been in a brink of extinction to the pinnacle of the Premier League, and there he is punching his way with the big boys. I'll be really excited to see Eddie Howe being part of the England setup, and I think he can.
As the manager, you mean?
As a manager, yeah, as a manager.
Okay.
That'd be someone that I would be keen on seeing as England manager, not Southgate.
At the moment, the bookie's favourite, apart from Southgate, would be Steve Bruce.
Okay.
Your views? Doesn't excite you, right?
No, the only one that excites
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe, English manager. In terms of other foreign coaches, I don't really know who would want the England job at the moment. Obviously for the money, but really, do you really want a manager that's just interested in the money? I want a manager that's interested in the ideas, in the kind of ideas the FA have for the England team. But right now, my pick is Eddie Howe from Bournemouth.
And briefly, Arsene Wenger's name's been touted around. If he were to
That'll be great. That'll be a great move. I just don't see it happening at all.
Oh, you really? Okay, Wenger or Howe?
Huh?
Wenger or Eddie Howe?
Ooh, it's an interesting one.
So you'd be happy with either one?
I might go with Wenger in that one.
Okay.
Yeah, but obviously that's a kind of a dreamer's choice, and I don't see it happening. But you know, football's a crazy world, and it just gets crazier and crazier. You can never say no, but I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the England manager situation. Last night, England football team were up against Malta at Wembley. They came out 2-0 winners. Daniel Sturridge with the first goal, Dele Alli with the second, and to be honest with you, Dele Alli should have had a few more than just the one goal that he had yesterday. Many chances. I thought he played particularly well, but still there wasn't much excitement in the team. There wasn't. I mean, this is a Malta team who really England should have dispatched a lot easier than what they did. They had a lot of chances, didn't convert many, and again it was slightly underwhelming. Really, you'd expect England to really romp Malta, be all over them. I think the choices by Southgate were interesting. Lindegaard played well. No reason why he shouldn't be in the team, especially against Malta. But Walcott, I don't know whether Walcott is the right kind of player to play, especially when you know that your opposition will be defending the whole time. Walcott is a player who works best, in my opinion, as a counter player. Yeah. Get into the wings, make a run, whether he crosses it or passes it or just get him down the wings, up to the byline, and take it from there. He never really had an opportunity to do that. And I think Lindegaard played the wings better than he did, which is quite surprising considering how experienced Walcott is. Everyone's saying he's still developing. As far as I'm aware, he's going to retire in about 5 years. So I don't know what people's opinions are. But anyway, yeah. Another one was Bertrand. Ryan Bertrand was picked as left back for England. Bold decision. Why not? Why shouldn't he play? He got a hamstring. Danny Rose came on, and it was like night and day. Danny Rose was like the English Cafu on the left-hand side. Honestly, he was fantastic. Caused a lot of problems for that Maltese defence. Again, there's nothing. Yeah. It's not a huge achievement, but he seemed a lot more effective than a lot of the than Bertrand and a lot of the other players in the pitch. Yeah. Dele Alli played fantastic, as I mentioned, and Wayne Rooney. We spoke about this during the Euros. The England team's top scorer of all time is playing defensive midfielder in the quarterback role, as they keep saying. I think it's a complete waste of time him playing midfield. He's a striker, put him up there. When you're playing a team like Malta, you don't need someone in the quarterback role. You need someone to score goals at every opportunity. And as always, I'm going to be critical of that unless he plays up front. What's your opinion on the Rooney situation? And Dele Alli, do you think he's a good potential, good future star for England?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you've seen it this season and last season with Dele Alli. He's been, he's hit the ground running, come to the Premier League. And he can only get better. He's really young. With Rooney, he's gone stale for the last a couple of seasons, and it's interesting to see how they're going to use him in not just in England but also in the Manchester United setup. Because he just doesn't have the legs anymore. He probably has the vision, but I mean, the spraying balls left and right, is that Rooney's game? Not really, is it? So. He's becoming more and more irrelevant.
Do you know what I mean? He's no Modric, he's no Rakitic, he's no Zidane. So what is he?
That's the thing. He's kind of there's a question mark over his head at the moment.
Yeah, and what are you spraying? You got 10 players in front of you, as in the Maltese team. What are you trying to do? Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense to me. And okay, people criticise the fact that he doesn't score. He's not an out goal scorer. He doesn't win the Golden Boot every year. But for England, he scores goals, so put him up there. Yeah. I was having a discussion with someone, well, in my opinion, it seems as if once an England player gets to the age of 30, he's considered old. Pretty sure Luca Toni played well beyond his 35th year. And another example, Robbie Keane. You don't see Robbie Keane play defensive mid. Robbie Keane only retired, was it last month from the thing is, football?
It's different with Ireland because they don't have as many options up front. And Robbie Keane, he's...
No, but my point is Robbie Keane is their top scorer of all time. As if they're going to put him in midfield. No.
Okay.
Leave Rooney up front.
Okay.
There's no need for him to be in midfield. He can score. International football is completely different from club football. And I just think there's some sort of mental issue here in England where, as I say, over 30, 31, he's old, he can't do it anymore. It's completely the opposite, really. The more experience, the better, especially on the international stage. And I think, I'll be honest, I feel sorry for Rooney. I think he'd much rather prefer up front, but
I don't know about feeling sorry for him, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it'd be much better to see him up front than midfield, where he doesn't know, no one knows what he's doing there. Up front, he'll be more effective. And I think Mourinho's also sounded that out when he joined United, that he was going to put Rooney where his position's always been.
Yeah.
And yeah, give it a go. I mean, right now United's, a bit, kind of.
Well, he's in danger of losing his place, to be honest.
Yeah. Rashford's scoring goals.
Yeah, and Mkhitaryan will take his midfield position, so there's no problem for United. England's a different matter.
Potential MLS move, maybe in the summer. That would definitely be the end of his career at England.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was going to say, when Beckham got to the later stages of his England career, I think he stayed on the right wing, didn't he? I don't remember him staying. See what I mean?
But he was someone that has never relied on pace, whereas Rooney has obviously had to rely on some pace, throughout his career.
Yeah.
And Beckham was always known for being able to pinpoint across, pick out a player in the box. But Rooney right now he's renowned for having the pace to get past players. Mm. He was never massively quick, but he was always had enough to get past players and make a difference.
I suppose that's true, but yeah, I mean, let us know what you think. Rooney midfield, are you happy with that? If you're a Man United supporter, do you want to see him midfield? Do you think he should be dropped from the team? Let us know what you think. Leave a comment. We're going to go on now to South American World Cup qualifying. I didn't get to catch the game.
Nor did I. It's too late.
Nor did he. But we managed to see a lot of highlights.
At least you got the day right. You got.
That's true. Colombia came out 1-0 winners over Paraguay. Nearly forgot there. Away to Paraguay, 90th minute goal from Fatboy Cardona.
I refer to it as Crackdona.
Crackdona, as he's being called out in Colombia. From what I've seen and what I've read, it seemed like Colombia were halted a lot by a lot of the Paraguayans' antics.
I'll tell you what they did. They set up the game plan to frustrate Paraguay because they didn't have James, or they didn't rely on James because he was injured. So they set up 3 defensive midfielders, which was, I thought at the beginning might be a bit too many players, but it paid off. So they had Winwood Barrios, they had Carlos Sanchez, and also they had what else did they have there? I think they had Sebastian Perez as well.
No, he was on the bench.
Was on the bench?
Yeah.
They didn't have. Oh no, Aguilar. I think. I mean, Aguilar was definitely on
the bench. He was on the bench as well. Let me help you out here, Stuart. Apologies for this. There you go. Oh, Aguilar was playing. My bad.
Oh, okay. So I did my homework.
Aguilar, Carlos Sanchez, and Barrios.
They did have a game plan to frustrate the Paraguayans. It almost didn't pay off because it was 0-0 right up to the 90th minute, but we got the win. So yeah, Beckerman's plan was basically, they couldn't rely on James and they were going to pack up the midfield and hit them on the counter attack with Muriel's pace and Becker's prolific finishing. But yeah, for the last 2 games, Muriel was very good in the game against. Who did they beat? They beat Venezuela. I know it's Venezuela, but Muriel has been struggling for form for the last couple of seasons.
He had a decent season last year with Sampdoria.
At the beginning, but then he really didn't get many minutes from the coach. This season he's had a lot more confidence in him, thanks to the coach playing him 90 minutes from the get-go, and I think his improved fitness has translated into improved form on an international level. Because against Venezuela he was full of energy, running past players like it was nothing.
He's always threatened to break through, hasn't he? But every season it's
always been down
to a manager issue, an injury, or
it's always been his fitness and also his mental attitude. But I think he said in an interview this season is that he's finally overcome those obstacles and now he seems to be, up and ready for the challenge. But yeah, this Bacca has struggled for form for Colombia the last couple of games and he's missed some really really good chances. And again, the same thing happened against Paraguay. But a good thing at least he assisted Cardona for the goal. And I think all credit needs to go to Beckerman. I was worried for Colombia after the World Cup because I knew that Cuadrado was going to be coming up to his late 20s around now. Jackson Martinez is 30, now he's out of the fold. But his ability to bring in new fresh blood and embed them into the team so effectively has to go down to him and his great scouting of Colombian talent in not only international level, but also at domestic level, because the Colombian team for the World Cup was basically all of it was from Europe, and some from MLS. I think one player I think from MLS. But this season he's actually embedded more Colombian players from the National League, and it's good. It's good. I mean, the Colombian League right now is definitely strong, and we got Santa Fe, who were recently in the final of the Copa Sudamericana, and Nacional, who won the Libertadores against an Ecuadorian team. So that just shows that he's got faith in the Colombian League, and it's paying off. They're currently 4th, only 3 points away from top spot, which is Uruguay, and that's who we're playing next. And well, I think Uruguay this season are looking very, very strong. They're usually very, leaky at the back, and this season in this round of qualifiers they're being, very resolute at the back and scoring goals for fun. So it should be a really interesting game in Barranquilla on Tuesday.
Cool. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, did I?
So anyway, as I was going to mention, the players who are playing in the Colombian League, with players like Zapata, Bocanegra, González, Barrios, Aguilar.
No, you got it right, Berrio.
Oh, sorry.
Orlando Berrio. Barrios is at Boca Juniors.
That's the one. And Diaz as well. So a lot of them players are from Atlético Nacional. So as you mentioned, it's good that he went out and scouted these players, and it seems to be working. No doubt, if they perform well on the international stage, you could be seeing them in Europe the next couple of years. As you mentioned, Uruguay is the next game. And,
one player. Sorry, one thing to add. Oh no, sorry. I just want to say Fadi Diaz. I don't know if you're going to pick up on that point.
Yeah, go on.
Fadi Diaz has massively impressed me. He was Arbelo's successor, and I think he brings much more stability and much more positional awareness and responsibility in that left flank as left back. Arbelo was always a bit, you don't know what to expect from him, but Fadi Diaz, you're going to get a solid game, and he'll be resolute at the back, and also he'll provide supports when you go and attack. And he's been someone that I've been really impressed with. I was a bit sceptical with him at first, but he's proved me and probably other doubters in Colombia wrong, and has done very well on that left flank. But yeah, all in all, I think Colombia's on the right track, and they should qualify for Russia. Fingers crossed.
Hello to Danny Cyrex 123 from Colombia.
Wow.
Hello, ¿cómo estás?
Who's your team? It's probably Nacional, I think.
Well, there we go. Who's your team? What do you think of the Colombian performance? Just leave us a comment and let us know what you think. So yeah, as I was mentioning, Uruguay 3-0 up against Venezuela. Cavani with 2 goals. Lodeiro, recent MLS purchase, also with the opener in that game. Uruguay are romping the South American League. Currently 14 goals on plus 14 goal difference, and they look on fire. They look to be scoring a lot of goals, and I'd say probably 90% sure to go to Russia. Yeah,
it should be. I mean, I know it's only 4 teams that automatically go through, but I don't know who's going to get the 5th spot at the moment. I think Uruguay are probably going to be there qualifying, but I think the other 4 places are going to be up for grabs. I think Chile, I'd be really disappointed with Chile because they've
been very poor, yeah.
They are struggling massively, and I think, I don't know if the changing coach affected them, but I mean, they have the same players. They still got Alexis Sanchez, they still have Vidal, and it's just not working at the moment. Probably the system isn't where it is. But yeah, Danny's asking, where are we from? Well, we're Colombian.
De Londres, from Bogota. Bogota, Londres. No, we're British Colombian, living in London, a family from Bogota and
El Valle, from Cartago y Sevilla.
Yeah, so usted donde eres? Let us know. Okay, that's everything. One more thing. Colombia reaching Russia. How confident are you so far?
I'd probably say 60%.
60%.
60%. But even with the 5th spot,
you might as well say 50.
No, I think I'm not. I think I'm confident, quietly confident, but I still think it's still a long way to go. Is it
still the 5th place playoff?
Yeah, still 5th place. Yeah, against a team in the Caribbean. I think CONCACAF.
Okay.
That's where we play. But yeah, I think hopefully we should qualify automatically. But Argentina are 5th at the moment, and surprising because they haven't scored a lot of goals. I think they scored something like 11 goals and conceded 10.
You can see why they wanted Messi back.
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen Neymar's the elbow he got to the head?
Yeah, good. Good.
At least the guy that injured him, yes, Manny Duke for Bolivia. At least he was honest about it. He said he takes a piss on the pitch. And
on purpose?
Oh yeah, of course he did it on purpose. And bam, that's where he got in the face.
There we go. Okay, so that's Soccer Sanchez TV. Back at ya. We're back here next weekend hopefully, fingers crossed. Please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and yeah, enjoy International Week.
Danny Sider, check us out on Soccer Sanchez YouTube.
Yeah, Danny,
You can find more of our
subscribe.
videos.
Suscriba a la canal. Bueno,
Al canal.
al canal, a la canal. It's been emotional. See you later.
Ciao.